Hey, how are you? I thought it might be easier if I just make a video and kind of show you where I'm at. I went through all your examples, and I was actually thinking, you could just jump online, so you don't have to create it over here. I already have a lot of functioning things on the app. I just realized I do a lot of WordPress development, or have over the years, and I've realized, building stuff wrong creates a lot of problems down the road. So that's why I want to get this data set up correctly. But um, essentially, you can see flipping through, I mean, a lot of the stuff is already working. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right, and I don't think that I am for the long term. So to kind of show you, excuse me, I'm a little sick, but to kind of show you where I'm at, I tried to replicate things. I think you've probably seen this girl on the website Bubble. Um, but her name's Gabby, and she was helping me with the state and cities. So, um, I, everything that I'm using with the state and city works perfectly. When you choose the state, it drops down and hits the city. If you change the state again, then it drops down and hits new cities. So that kind of works, and I kind of understand. I understand totally the logic. I just don't understand how the computer knows when you hit this, it goes to the next one. That's really kind of a gray area for me, to be honest with you. But with regards to the states and the cities, it's looked like a very clean database. You have your states right there, and then your cities. So because state is the highest level, and there's cities within that, so there's your states and there's your cities. I think what you were trying to do over here with the divisions and trades, I inputted a lot of data tonight and tried to make it work. So I have my divisions, and I'm not saying this is right, so please feel free to change it or do whatever. But I have all my divisions in here now. So those are kind of like my states. And then what's like my cities is kind of like the trades. So within those trades, um, so for example, Division 1, and if you look at my spreadsheet, I've kind of broken them out, just kind of divisions. That's how construction works. They break it into divisions. So Division 1 is like engineering and architecture. Division 2 is like site development, demolition. Number 3 is concrete and things like that. So anyway, what I did here was, so I literally copied the exact same thing with divisions, states and cities. Where is it? So trades right here. I just did a division and a division. So that's kind of like a city. It's a state and a state. So I did the trade, which is the, division, and then the trade is the text. So when you looked at it, Division 1 has a trade called architects. Division 1 has a trade called uh, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and geotechnical, and stuff like that. So this looks like my state, and then this looks like my city. So I think that's right. I really want your opinion to know if it is right. Where it gets a little gray area is I've previously created all subcontractors. I don't even know if that really makes any sense, because I think you can. You can erase the subcontractors, and make them users, and simply create a field type subcontractor, general contractor. Um, and then general contractors do every single division, right? They do division 1 through 16 because they're hiring the subcontractors. So this is like a good question for you is, well, number one, does this even work so that we eliminate just another data type and reduce the complexity of the database, and then create maybe a division tab here, and the subcontractors could have a list um, of trades that they actually do. Of course, the general contractors would be empty, but I'm not really sure if that's a good idea or bad idea. But I would just think that if we can keep the database cleaner, it would work. I'm just not sure long term if that's a good idea. The other gray area for me um, is projects. So I kind of cleaned this up tonight, and so I have, just to clarify here, with projects, I have cleaned this. I think I interpreted what you were doing here, right? but I just had a list of texts. But really, each project has division one, which could be an architect, could be an engineer, could be like a structural engineer, a mechanical engineer, whatever. So that's within division one, as it's shown over here. So each project, like for example, could have any of these at any time, right? Because you would have an architect on a job, you would also have a civil engineer, you would also have a structural engineer to build a building. So I think, I think what you were trying to say is each project has, I'm just labeling it Division 1, but has a list of trades within Division 1. It has a list of trades within Division 2. So I think that's what you were trying to get at. So let me know what you think there. And the last thing is, I think this is right, because each if we're creating a data type for projects, then we have to have, I would think, we would have to have a data type for bids, because the general contractor submits the project, and then the subcontractors put in the bids or proposals based on the project. So I think that we need two different types here, and we would connect the bids and the projects to the user. So anyway, I don't know if it's best to maybe go over this on a screen share and kind of fix it live, and just I saw that you have sessions on your website. Maybe it's just best to just choose 30 minutes and kind of go over this, and I can kind of talk it over with you, and we can kind of just work it out, and try to figure out how to best figure out this database, and then start building from that point. But this is obviously the fundamental. So let me know what you think about that, and I appreciate your help. Thank you.